As a school, we felt that new technology needed to be introduced into the classroom, preferably on a one-to-one basis, because the children then can access every area and give them something good to go on with the curriculum. It was important that we had a scheme where we could have that overall coverage so that no child was left out. We have an initial meeting with parents who either opt in or out of the scheme. We then buy the iPads from school funds for every child, making sure that nobody is actually left out. The parents are then asked to donate a certain amount per month, which BeLF deal with all the finances of. We make sure that the children access their iPads for about 4 to 5 weeks, just purely in the classroom, so we can check that they're responsible for their learning and for looking after the iPads. Then we will have another chat with parents about their responsibility for the iPads at home, and then the iPads are sent home. We find that the scheme works well. We've had a few hiccups which we've dealt with, but it's been a very big learning curve for both the school and the pupils and the parents. The iPads are used in the classroom in a variety of ways. We give the children perhaps a specific app to open, which will then consolidate learning they've either already done or to refresh their memory on learning that they may just be about to do. We will ask them to use the notebook or some sort of Word document for writing short stories or reports, which are then printed off and can be put with their literacy work. We also ask them to occasionally choose what they would like to do, giving them the responsibility to make the right choices. Occasionally this is a limited choice. We will ask them to go on to possibly a maths or a science or a literacy app, but the children then take the responsibility and know what they should be doing. Overall in the classroom we tend to find that they love having the apps, and so it motivates them more to do the work. When they have their own devices at school, they're engaged, they're motivated, they're more responsible, they're keener to do the work, and they'll even be keener to do the work that goes alongside the use of the iPads, because they've been given the responsibility and they've made the independent choices that are right for them. We will often have pupils coming in to me or emailing me with regard to new apps that they've found that will help their learning. At home we tend to find that a lot of the children enjoy playing the games, on occasions more often than actually doing the educational apps, and sometimes have to be reminded that these are an educational tool. We've asked them not to go on things like Facebook and Twitter because we were aware of the safety issues. But most children have found that after using them at home, they've settled into a good routine, they've found the apps that suit them, to become creative and motivated about what they like in their personal lives as well. And we find that they use them at home for homework that's set, and we tend to get from a lot of pupils a really good quality of homework because they've got the research to their fingertips as well. Parents often come to us as well to have a chat, which of course is great because it means that our engagement with parents has increased due to the iPads. This often brings about other issues as well as iPads, so it's a good way now of contact with parents. Parents use the iPads at home, and we suggested initially that they do this to control behaviour. It's a little bit of a carrot for the donkey, if you like, and we've often had parents come to us and say, my son, my daughter isn't quite behaving how I'd like them to do, they're not using the iPad appropriately, can we come to some agreement? We will often then keep their iPad in school, possibly for one evening, possibly over a weekend, maybe for longer. That decision then becomes the parents as to when they have the iPads back home, because they then know how to trust the children and the children respond appropriately to that.